Domestic egg prices reached a 4-year high in May and are expected to keep rising until at least August, driven by declining productivity in aging laying hens and disease outbreaks like avian influenza, according to the Korea Rural Economic Institute.
지난달 국내 계란 가격이 4년 만에 최고치를 기록한 가운데 한국농촌경제연구원은 산란계의 고령화로 인한 생산성 저하 및 조류 인플루엔자 등의 질병 발생으로 인해 이 같은 가격 고공행진이 적어도 오는 8월까지 강세를 보일 것으로 내다봤습니다.
Yeah, so according to this government agency, they're predicting over the next 3 months egg prices, the price of 10 large eggs, 특난, I think it was, will increase between 12 and 18.5%. So about 19, almost 2001 increase during that span.
Wow,
so
that's big.
yeah, it is big. So and that's almost about a 10 to 15% increase from the average of the past 5 years. And like the headline suggests, it's because there's been an outbreak of avian influenza and also the age of laying hens. Who would have known that hens are also growing super fast or super aged, I suppose.
Yeah.
And so us for consumers at the shopping cart, we'll see prices probably for a tray of 30 eggs, because that's how eggs are counted here in Korea, to surpass 7,000 won for the first time in 4 years.
The costs, the prices will keep rising.
Yeah.
That's our first expression.
Yeah, so if something continues to rise or something's increasing steadily or continuously, things like prices, numbers, or the intensity of something, we say it's continuing to rise or it keeps rising.
When you want to encourage someone to continue to study or do well, you might say keep going at your own pace.
Or keep at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Keep something.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean you're keeping it in your pocket or in your drawer. It means you're continuing to do something. Keep ing 그러면은 계속 뭐뭐하다 이런 의미라서 keep rising 계속 오르다. What about declining productivity?
Yeah, so if you're from the US, it's productivity. From Canada, it's productivity. I imagine the UK is like that too.
Productivity.
Productivity.
Yeah.
It's basically output or sort of your production or capacity, how much you can yield. So if that's declining, it means it's going down.
Declining, 하락. 하고 있는 productivity, 생산성. 그래서 우리말로는 이제 생산성 하락 이렇게 해석을 하기도 하죠. All right, well, let me read the headline one more time. Domestic egg prices reached a 4-year high in May and are expected to keep rising until at least August, driven by declining productivity in aging laying hens and disease outbreaks like avian influenza, according to the Korea Rural Economic Institute. Let's move on to the next headline.
India will start counting its vast population next year in a digitally conducted census that will include controversial questions about caste for the first time since the country's independence.
인구 1위 국가인 인도가 내년부터 인구조사를 시작합니다. 이번 조사는 디지털 방식으로 실시되며 인도 독립 이후 처음으로 caste, 즉 계급 정보에 대한 민감한 질문이 포함될 예정입니다. Oh, tell us more.
Yeah, so counting a country's population is no easy task, especially when your population is expected to be more than 1.4 billion. We know that India has surpassed China as the most populous country in the world. But the last time India conducted a census, right, census, was back in 2011. So it's been more than a decade since they did that. And the Indian census is often known as the largest peacetime mobilization in the world because at the time, more than or nearly 3 million people were hired just to count the number of households. So they had to visit about 240 million households. Now, the controversy this time around is that for the first time, they'll be asking questions about this caste system. We know historically India had this sort of social hierarchy system, and it still exists to this day. I believe not officially or legally, but it does exist. And because that it's used in all sorts of things, in job hirings, just all throughout society. So the fact that they'll be asking questions about this is sort of controversial.
그래요. 인구조사를 영어로는 census라고 합니다. census. And you said India is the most populous country in the
Yes.
world. Not to be confused with popular.
Uh-huh.
Because popular means
It
everyone
means
likes
it's
you.
enjoyed by the masses,
Yeah.
right?
So like there's a popular movie, popular song, but a populous nation means there's a lot of people, right?
Yes. It's that prefix meaning people. So it's enjoyed by the people. It comes from the same root. I
It
think.
does.
Yeah.
그래요. 자, populous, populous 그러면은 인구가 많다라는 형용사인데 India is indeed the most populous nation
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah, Korea conducts censuses. Censuses.
Oh, I don't know what
I don't know what the plural is, but if you know, tell us. But
Yeah.
Korea does this as well, and it's important because it's very. It also is used in how budgets are drawn up.
Censuses, apparently.
Censuses,
Yeah.
okay. But it confused me because things like cactus.
Yeah, I know,
is
cacti,
right?
and-
But,
yeah, exactly.
But in any case, it's important to participate in your census because it can sort of the consequences of that could be far-reaching.
Sure, exactly. But normally, though, when we talk about the census, we say a census is conducted every other year. We don't
Right.
really get to use the plural
In the
form
plural,
of the word, do we? All right, let's have a look at vast.
Yeah. So vast, V-A-S-T, means something is immense. It's big in size or extent. So the vast prairie in Canada would be just as far as the eye can see. You can see nature in front of you.
Yes. I would imagine the Sahara Desert is a very vast area. And there are loads of mountainous areas in Korea where you
Yep.
go there and you just enjoy the vast sort of mountainous tree area. I don't know what the word is for that. Terrain, thank you.
landscape, right?
Thank you.
But vast could be used for things like that, where it's non-countable. But you can also use it for counting things to quantify. There's a vast number of people in the subway, for instance.
Okay, there's a vast number of people 이렇게도 쓸 수 있군요. VAST, vast라는 것은요 어마어마하다. 그러니까 굉장히 넓은 범위가 될 수도 있고 아니면은 많은 양이 될 수도 있겠네요. What about controversial questions?
Yeah, so if something is controversial, it means it's contentious, it's disputable, arguable. So a question like that would be a question that sparks debate or disagreement, or there's strong opposing opinions on both sides.
Yeah. 논란의 여지가 있는 질문들, controversial questions. 이 논란이라는 단어 선생님 어떻게 발음하시나요?
Controversial.
아, 근데 이 그냥 명사일 때는
Controversy.
네. 북미권에서는 이렇게 발음을 하고요. 영국에서는 controversy.
Controversy.
네, 그래서 강세가 다릅니다. 근데 같은 단어고요. 논란. 미국과 캐나다에서는 어떻게 한다고요? Controversy. Controversy.
Yes.
이렇게 앞에 강세가 있고 영국에서는 controversy. 두 번째 음절에 강세가 있어요. 근데 뭐 다 상관없습니다. 다 똑같아요.
Just don't put it on the last syllable.
controversy.
No.
이거는 없어요. 이런 건 없습니다. 자, 그래서 controversial question. 그러면 논란의 여지가 있는 질문입니다. 다시 한번 제가 읽어볼게요. India will start counting its vast population next year in a digitally conducted census that will include controversial questions about caste for the first time since the country's independence. Let's move on to the final headline.
New research suggests that extra virgin olive oil could help fight heart disease, reduce inflammation, and enhance vascular health, especially when paired with a Mediterranean diet.
지중해 식단과 함께 섭취하는 엑스트라 버진 올리브유가 심장질환 예방에 도움이 되고 염증을 줄이며 혈관 건강을 개선한다는 연구 결과가 나왔습니다.
Yeah.
So it's useful on its own, but if you pair it with a Mediterranean diet, it's even better.
Yeah, and especially if you have pre-existing cardiovascular diseases or if you're at high risk, it's especially beneficial based on this clinical trial in Spain because the health benefits of a Mediterranean diet would be high polyphenol content. But basically what a Mediterranean diet is foods that they contain lots of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, and healthy fats, which include things like extra virgin olive oil, which is different from just regular olive oil. Make sure to do that. But this study showed that a high olive oil intake between 20 grams and 30 grams per day was linked to a lower risk of stroke and other cardiovascular diseases.
Yeah, exactly. When I think of Mediterranean diet,
Yeah.
I think of olives, tomato, feta cheese,
Right?
loads of different salads, and anything really with olive oil in it. Right?
Greek yogurt is another big
yogurt.
one,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Because
right.
Greek yogurt, I know, is a superfood as well because of the enzymes that are contained into it or in it.
Yeah.
So basically, it's eating less red meats. I think
that's what it is.
things we already
Okay.
know. There's a high content of fish in Mediterranean diets as well, basically. I always say just a balanced diet of fresh foods is probably your best bet.
Indeed. Okay, so enhancing vascular health is one of the benefits.
Yep. So if you enhance something, you're improving it, you're upgrading it. A fancy word, you're embellishing something, making it fancier.
Okay. enhance, enhance라는 것은 무언가 향상시키다라는 뜻입니다. vascular가 바로 이제 혈관과 관련됐다라는 의미가 되겠고요. So enhancing vascular health 그러면은 심장 질환에 도움이 된다. 심장 건강에 도움이 된다.
Yeah.
심장 질환을 예방한다. 이런
Right.
거겠죠.
The word cardiovascular is used often as well. So that would be cardio, meaning 유산소, right? Cardiovascular exercise.
그러네요. 카디오가 심장이고 vascular는 혈관이죠.
Yes, the veins and arteries.
맞습니다. 그래서 혈관 건강을 개선하는 거, enhancing vascular health가 되겠고요. 그 다음에 그 앞에 있었던 fighting heart disease가 심장 질환을 막는 거니까 예방하는 게 되겠네요. 자, 그 다음에 paired with a Mediterranean diet.
Yeah, to pair something with something would be combining two things or matching them so that they enhance each other or complement each other. Complement as in complement.
That's right. 자, 무언가 이렇게 짝지어지는 거죠. 조합 같은 거
Yeah.
그런 것들을 이제 paired with라고 해서 I think of wine pairings,
Food pairings,
food
yes,
pairings,
right.
yeah.
Things like wine and cheese, pizza and cola, pizza and beer, chicken and beer, I should say here in Korea, right?
Great pairings.
Yeah.
그래요. 두 음식이 굉장히 궁합이 좋죠. 잘 어울리는 것들. 그렇게 pairing을 우리가 하기도 하는데 여기서는 Mediterranean 다이어트와 함께 pairing을 한 olive oil, 특히 extra virgin olive oil 같은 경우에 정말 몸에 좋다고 합니다. So I believe the extra virgin olive oil is more of the natural olive oil
Is that
compared
right?
to, I don't know exactly, but it's more expensive.
Is it?
I know that. So,
But you do have to read the labels.
Yeah,
Make sure it's EVOO. Yeah.
맞아요. 그래서 올리브 오일도 굉장히 농도랑 종류도 많은데 이 extra virgin olive oil이 몸에 굉장히 좋다고 하고요. If you pair it with a Mediterranean diet, even better.
Yep.
Here's the headline one more time. New research suggests that extra virgin olive oil could help fight heart disease, reduce inflammation, and enhance vascular health, especially when paired with a Mediterranean diet. Well, that's it for the headlines with Shane Harm.